I told you, I told you, I told you. Joe Biden boxed himself in with the speech that he gave at his own convention. And now you have Nancy Botox Pelosi coming out and saying, Joe, don't do it. Don't debate the president. It's a strange way to show confidence in your guy, the one that you want the entire country to get behind, rally behind, and vote to be the leader of the world. Don't leave your basement. Don't give impromptu speeches. And don't debate.
Since you asked about that, I myself, just don't tell anybody I told you this, especially don't tell Joe Biden. I don't think that there should be any debates. I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him, nor a debate in terms of the presidency of the United States. So if Joe Biden asked you what I thought about it, I don't think that he should dignify that conversation.
So Nancy Pelosi has come out and said, it's nothing but skullduggery. Don't get on a platform and legitimize President Trump. Well, here's the thing, Nancy. He is the legitimate president. And if Joe wants the job, well, then he needs to be able to stand there against the incumbent president and explain to the American people, side by side, in comparison, why he would do a better job. The reason he's not going to do that, he can't. You know it, Team Biden knows it, and the American people know it. He is mentally diminished. I love the fact that the other day the president said that before he would get on a debate stage with Joe, he would have to pass a mental test. I love how Trump just rolls these people. It's great. The Republican convention has been so visually stunning, so powerful in emotion and message. It has been spot on. They have stripped the Democrats of so many of their usual talking points. It's a party of old people. It's not a party of new ideas. They're racist. It's white. Yada, 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 yada. A lot of young speakers. Lots of them. A lot of young speakers running for office. A lot of young minority speakers running for office as Republicans. A lot of lifetime Democrat black voters now voting for Trump because, in the words of Ice Cube the rapper, okay, you want Trump gone. You want us to vote so that we can get Trump out of there. Okay, that's day one. What do you do the next day? Bum, ba-dum, bum. What are you going to do the next day? See, they don't want to talk about their agenda because on some levels they don't have one, and on other levels their agenda is so frightening when you consider the people that have taken over the Democratic Party, taken over the Biden campaign. It's beyond frightening. But at the end of the day, Nancy Pelosi knows Joe Biden absolutely cannot stand on a debate stage and go mano a mano, man to man, one-on-one for 90 minutes with Donald Trump. He can't do it. Now, he was barely pulling it off during the primary. That's why nobody was voting for Joe Biden in the primaries. His debate performances were pitiful, beyond pitiful. But at least there, when he started to kind of lose it mentally, he would, mumble something about, I've gone over my time. And he would just stop because he knew he was rambling and he couldn't put a cohesive thought together. There were 12 other people on the platform to eat up time, You had Pocahontas and Bernie, each one trying to out-crazy the other one. You had Andrew Yang once in a while just, out of nowhere, he'd be asked a question, $1,000 for every person. Well, Andrew, we asked you what we thought we ought to do with foreign policy regarding Korea. $1,000 to every person. That was Andrew Yang's answer for everything. And there's going to be robot trucks, so uneducated truck drivers are going to lose their jobs. Okay, well, let's put you down at the child's table. You don't get to eat with the big people anymore. So that was the end of Andrew Yang. But all of those other people on the platform, it ate up time to Joe could kind of, a little bit hit the reset button and fumble his way through the next question or answer. He won't have that with Donald Trump. And you know, Donald Trump, it will be rope-a-dope, fast-paced. And don't tell me that the Republicans haven't landed serious punches against Joe Biden this week. You have so many that have laid out the criminal record of Joe Biden with what he did in Ukraine, that his son, it's outstanding. But what's been really just blown it out of the water are the number of black speakers who have come forward and said, I'm not black if I vote for Donald Trump, ramming Joe Biden's own words down his throat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's and the thing is, Nancy knows this is resonating. The riots, he will be absolutely pummeled by the president for doing nothing about lawlessness. Or I realize he's not in power right now, but say something other than, come on, man, don't riot. Any more in-depth, philosophy you want to share with us on that subject, Joe? Nancy saying, don't debate. Hillary Rodham Clinton saying, don't concede. Democrats in general saying, don't leave your basement. They are all but telling you he can't win. Oh, baby.
Joe Biden should not concede under any circumstances, because I think this is going to drag out, and eventually I do believe he will win if we don't give an inch.
Since you asked about that, I myself, just don't tell anybody I told you this, especially don't tell Joe Biden. I don't think that there should be any debates. I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him, nor a debate in terms of the presidency of the United States. So if Joe Biden asked you what I thought about it, I don't think that he should dignify that conversation.
Oh, by the way, Joe Biden does it again. In an interview, he said that there were no race riots during the Obama administration. Really? Has he forgot about Baltimore? Has he forgot about Ferguson, Missouri?
Now, as I said last night, there are productive ways of responding and expressing those frustrations, and there are destructive ways of responding. Burning buildings, torching cars, destroying property, putting people at risk, that's destructive, and there's no excuse for it. Those are criminal acts. And people should be prosecuted if they engage in criminal acts.
Hey, that's it for this rant. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up and a like. Also, please share this video to your social media platforms and smack the bell and click the word all to get notification of my next rant.